The gate area at Houston International Airport was packed, travelers fanning boarding passes, announcements echoing over tired conversations. At the far end stood Captain Elijah Brooks, 35, calm, composed, uniform pressed to perfection. He'd flown hundreds of times, but this morning's flight to Denver was different, because for the first time, he wasn't flying as a passenger. He was the pilot in command. Except the gate agents didn't believe that. As he walked toward the boarding lane, rolling his small black flight case, 2 airline employees stepped in front of him. "Sir, this line is for crew only," one said. Elijah smiled politely. "I know. I'm the crew." The woman frowned. "No, this is for pilots, sir. You need to wait for general boarding." He reached into his pocket, about to show his airline badge, but before he could, she waved him off. "Sir, please don't cause a scene." Passengers were watching now, whispering. He took a slow breath. "I'm not causing anything. I just need to get to the cockpit before." "Sir, we've told you." "Step aside." The other agent crossed his arms. "This uniform's not a costume, you know." The air went silent. And that was when Captain Elijah Brooks did something that made everyone at Gate C-12 stop breathing. He opened his briefcase, pulled out a thick black folder, and revealed his official FAA pilot's license. The gate agent's face went white. But what came next would turn a simple flight into a national headline. Elijah had been flying since he was 17. Top of his aviation class. Veteran of over 4,000 flight hours. One of the youngest black captains in the airline's history. He'd faced turbulence in the sky, but never like this on the ground. That morning had started normally. He'd parked in employee parking, gone through crew security, and grabbed a quick coffee. But a last-minute gate change meant he had to cut through the public terminal instead of the crew passage. He didn't think twice. He was in uniform, after all. When he reached Gate C-12, the 2 employees on duty looked up, confused. "You can't be back here," one said. He'd smiled. "Actually, I'm Captain Brooks. I'm flying this one." They'd exchanged glances, the kind people give when they don't believe you. Then came the tone. Dismissive. Defensive. "Sir, passengers aren't allowed near the cockpit area." "I understand," Elijah said, keeping his voice steady. "I am the cockpit area." A few passengers laughed quietly, assuming it was some kind of misunderstanding. But the guards didn't laugh. They called security. Within seconds, 2 airport officers arrived, hands near their belts. "What's going on?" one asked. The gate agent replied. "This man's claiming to be a pilot. He's trying to access the aircraft." Elijah looked between them. "Claiming?" He opened his ID wallet, showing the airline badge. Still, they hesitated. The officer frowned. "We'll need to verify this." Elijah exhaled. "You don't need to verify anything. I'm due to fly this plane in 20 minutes. But by then, phones were out. Passengers filming. Some murmured, "They're really stopping him?" Others shook their heads. The embarrassment, the disbelief, the humiliation, it all burned beneath Elijah's skin. He wasn't just being questioned. He was being doubted. Not because of what he said, but because of what they saw. Just then, another pilot approached, First Officer Ryan Miller, a white man in his mid-30s, rolling his own flight bag. He froze when he saw the scene. "Elijah?" The officer turned. "You know this man?" Ryan's eyes went wide. "Know him? He's my captain. We're flying this plane together." The guards stiffened. Passengers gasped. The gate agent's voice wavered. Oh my God, we didn't realize." Elijah slowly lifted the FAA license from his case, his voice calm but cutting. "You didn't ask to realize." He handed the badge to the officer. "Next time you see this," he said quietly, "remember what it looks like, because it looks like this, too." The officer looked away, embarrassed. Ryan stepped in front of Elijah. "Captain, let's get you on board. We're wheels up in 15. As they walked past, the entire gate area watched in stunned silence. When they reached the cockpit, Ryan broke the tension. "You handled that like a pro." Elijah smiled faintly. "I've had practice." But the story didn't end there. Later that day, a passenger who'd filmed the encounter posted the clip online. Within hours, it went viral, 10 million views in a day. The caption read, "They blocked the pilot from boarding his own plane. Let that sink in." The video spread across every major network. The airline released a statement of apology, calling the event an unfortunate misunderstanding. But Elijah wasn't silent. He gave an interview 2 days later. The reporter asked, "How did it feel to be doubted in uniform?" He paused, then said, "Every time I fly, I remind people that the sky doesn't check skin color before granting wings. But some people on the ground still do." The crowd fell silent. And just like that, the man they had once doubted became a national symbol of grace and strength. Months later, Captain Elijah Brooks continued flying. But at every airport, people recognized him. Some passengers stopped to shake his hand. Others simply nodded in quiet respect. He didn't want fame. He wanted something deeper, change. The airline invited him to lead diversity and sensitivity training for new staff. He agreed, but with one condition. "Don't just train people to be polite. Train them to see." Because sometimes prejudice isn't loud. It's quiet. It's in the glance, the doubt, the hesitation. And those moments, he said, can crash a person's dignity faster than any plane. During his first session, he told recruits, "You don't need to believe someone looks like a pilot. You just need to believe they earned their wings." The room was silent, then filled with applause. If you saw someone being judged before they were heard, what would you do? Drop your answer in the comments. Because speaking up isn't trouble, it's training. If you believe respect should always come before assumptions, hit like, share, and subscribe for more stories that prove. No matter who you are or what you look like, when you've earned your wings, you deserve to fly.